Hello? Can you hear me? I am searching, whether it's the cities, the quiet suburbs, or in the beauty of nature. I will find it. In the crevices. In the darkness. Welcome to Lost or Found.
Welcome to another episode of Lost or Found here on horrorfiendtv. Now, with two movies coming up set in New York City, Scream and Evil Dead Rise coming out in April, well, I decided why don't we do a Lost or Found film that, yes, the environment is New York City, as we are going to be talking about this one here.
My name is Robert Hawkins. Approximately 7 hours ago, something attacked the city. You found this. If you're watching this, then you know more about it than I do. Hello? Beth? Beth, where are you?
Okay, we cannot go into the middle of the city. We gotta get out of here.
There's nothing you can do for now.
Do you know what that thing is?
Whatever it is, it's winning.
Now, this film is produced by J.J. Abrams and is directed by Matt Reeves. Now, if you don't know who Matt Reeves is, he did the current Batman film starring Robert Pattinson. Also, this film is written by Drew Goddard, who, if you're like me, a fan of Daredevil, he is the writer for the Daredevil series. Now, this film has a nice cast that blend in together, great chemistry, and one of our favorite comedian actors, T.J. Miller, starring as HUD. Now, the synopsis of this film is there's a big birthday bash happening. New Yorkers begin to experience attacks on the city, and soon they'll realize that these attacks are not from this world. Rob decides to lead his friends in search of Beth, who happens to be stuck in a building on the other side of town. Now, unlike many other found footage horror movies, Cloverfield took the found footage genre into the big city. Now, the cast of the film did a great job portraying their characters, but for me, Marlena and HUD truly outshined the others. Now, this movie did a very smart marketing ploy. When they showed the trailer, you did not know exactly what was happening or attacking the city. The beginning sequence of the first stages of the attacks was done spectacular, and you add the scene of the head of the Statue of Liberty come crashing down in the middle of the street. So let's talk about what exactly was attacking the city. The creatures introduced in this film, from the massive monster on a path of destruction through the city to the smaller, bigger than us, insect-like creatures that not only did we see attacking the soldiers in the streets, but we got to see later in this film in a very, very scary subway scene.
Is it on? Yeah. Run. Okay, run.
From the beginning of the attacks to the climatic conclusion, Cloverfield grasped the audience and immersed us in a scenario of an alien attack and what will we do to survive. Now, let's not forget the scenes where the military is attacking these creatures to no avail. This film truly added to the rise of the horror found footage films. For me, this film is one of the four pillars of the found footage horror genre. The first being Blair Witch Project, the second being Paranormal Activity, the third being Cloverfield, and the fourth, one of my favorite, Grave Encounters. Each of these four films, in their own separate ways, help put the found footage horror genre on the map. So, what are my closing thoughts about Cloverfield? Well, the film did have the shaky, sometimes nauseating camera moving, but this is what found footage horror is, especially given the circumstances where you are in a massive environment like a city running from creatures. The camera's not going to be steady, so it gave it more of a realistic feel. Now, let's not forget, Cloverfield was actually a surprise hit, and it became a cult classic to us found footage horror fans. Now, it also spawned two other films, 10 Cloverfield Lane, which you will see on an episode of What's Your Story, and Cloverfield Paradox, which I will honestly say was the worst of the franchise and should never have been made. But unfortunately, it happens in every franchise. There's always one film that should have never been done. And yes, avoid that one, but definitely watch 10 Cloverfield Lane. While most found footage films are low budget, Cloverfield had a big budget that was used in a brilliant marketing campaign. Not only did it introduce us to these creatures, massive in size, creepy and crawly, but it also introduced us a storyline of survivors in search of their friend during an alien attack. So I'm kind of guessing that you realize where I'm going. Yes, Cloverfield is definitely 1000% a found. It is one of, for me, the four pillars of the horror found footage genre. It is a must watch, and if you haven't seen Cloverfield, please watch it. Give this movie a chance. It is a great found footage horror and should be appreciated for what it is. The introduction to these massive creatures, the introduction to survivors, and put yourself in that situation. What would you do in a big city trying to survive an alien attack? Once again, Cloverfield, a found, it's a must watch. One of the four pillars of the found footage genre. Now, this is JR. Before I go, let's enjoy this beautiful view behind me and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share us with all your friends. Yes, Papo is on vacation, but he will be back, and I'm not going to tell you when, but he will pop up sooner or later. So this is JR, Lost or Found, Horror Fiend TV. Peace.